Hi guys, welcome back to TPG. It's good to see you guys, and it's good to speak to you again. And I'm going to be bringing you guys something really cool today. I've got two free actions for you, some color grading, so you don't have to get into it. One is going to be like a kind of filmic look with some nice warm sort of old school film vintage tones, a little bit soft but just pretty. It wouldn't work for everything, but you can give it a go and then you can tweak everything because everything's visible for you. And also I've got a nice, very cool sort of classic but modern, sort of really big, bold black and white. Really good for portraits of all kinds, easy to tweak it, but gets you right where you need to be to get some really cool pictures. So before we get into all that, I hope you guys are having a happy Easter time and enjoying time with your family and friends, and just enjoying possibly having a bit of time off. For me, going to be out and about a little bit later on and doing some pictures, so it's always good. Make sure you get out there, get your camera, forget about Instagram and all those kind of things and what other people are doing. Learn your camera, understand the gear, understand what you want to do and don't want to do. Learn to be inspired from real photographers, people that are actually doing full-time photography, people that are learning from people that have gone before them, and that's the important thing. Remember, not everybody is a photographer, and not everybody, or should I say, not everybody is a working photographer. And what you see many times on other platforms, people will not pay for, because it's over stylized and it's over AI'd, if you like, and over processed. You know, the things people actually put on their walls for art is not what you generally see on Instagram and these kind of places. And what people are actually paying for portrait work and stuff is not what you're seeing on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. Right? It's good to have fun, but yeah, that's not what people generally want most of the time. But let's get into this and let's have a look at some of these actions. So yeah, you can see we've got a nice little street scene, and I've got two simple actions for you. TPG classic, black and white, and sort of classic color film. So we knock this out, very simple. Your action set might look a little different to mine. If you come up here, there's button mode. You can see, just click that and you'll see yours going to buttons as well. Just click it and look at that. How pretty is that? Look at those color tones, on and off, superb. It doesn't really crush the blacks, it just softens them down. It gives them this richness, sort of rich, deep black contrast with strong whites but not blown out highlights. Softening it down slightly, but beautiful for portraits, street scenes, landscapes, absolutely anything. But don't forget, tweak it a bit, because not every picture is going to work the same as this one. You can see I've got a bit of grain on there. You can adjust that higher and lower, add some more if you wanted to it, just duplicate it if you want more, it's fine. Come to the uppermost curves layer if you want, and you could just tweak that if you want to. You can see it's set already nicely, but you can tweak this however you choose, and you can get it brighter and whatever it is. So let's just crack on and get another one here. It's back in here, and let's just get rid of that. And let's get into the color version. And there you can see some nice, rich, warm tones, but you've still got all the colors there. There's whites, greens, yellows, all of that. It's all there. It's not just dropping warm reds and yellow over it. So there's a lot more going on. If you just toggle this little downturn over here, and you can see the folder, you click into each of the individual adjustment layers, and then you'll find exactly what I've done, see how it's done, and you can apply to your images, create your own versions, and go for it. You know, it's there for you guys to use, you know, so always there to help you guys. All right, so let's get through it. So that's that street scene. I mean, that's not very much, there's not much going on there. Now we have a look at this very busy scene, and we hit the color film again. Look at that, how pretty is that? Beautiful warm tones, but you've still got all the blues, all the yellows, all the colors are still there. But this one's got a lot of work inside the colors as well. So it's not just, you know, it's not just applying this or just applying that adjustment. There's a lot going on, tweaking everything, trying to balance the colors, moving and shifting the color, all the hues and saturations and things like that. And that's what color grading is all about, really. So, and once you find what you like, you can create sort of actions for yourself, like I've done here, and just click it and run it, and just tweak it as you do different sets of imagery. So let's what the black and white does. Bam, look at that. How good is that? It's good. So we have a look at this. It's nice and clean, but it's rich, and it's got deep shadows, but even in the shadow, look, all the details still there. It's not smashing everything out, but it's creating depth, so people can actually look at your picture and go, wow, look at that, and actually make their eyes move across the different parts of the scene to go, wow, that's pretty, I like what he's done. Now look at the shadow, look what's in the shadows. And you, obviously, if we just zoom in a little bit more, you can see there's a nice bit of grain on it. Let's go into the white so you can see it nicely there. There you have, look at that, on and off, and it just fills out the image. So don't go for anti-noise all the time, excuse me, for all this. You really don't need it. You really don't, trust me. You need noise. Alright, so there we go. Now you can see stuff for street scenes, urban, landscape, street photography, whatever it is, these two work. So what are you saying, Roykin? What about portraits? Here we go about portraits. Now, when it comes to portraits, remember that not everything is going to work. People's skin tones are different, how you shot them is different, where you've shot them, you know, all these kind of things. This image is really, really warm already, so warm. Need some coffee to go with this. Alright, so over here, when it comes to portraits, shoot your portraits. Don't be stuck on it has to be 100% punch sharp, it has to be see every hair and pore on the skin, because then you have to edit that out. And then you have another problem with that. Then it looks too crunchy. So with this image, it instantly, to me, is not going to work for this color action which I've got. So it will make it too warm because the image is already kind of warm. So we're just going to do the black and white on this one. Have a look. Now, she's beautiful. There's a lot of reds already. I can see in all the highlights, it's a lot of warm tones and all this kind of thing. So this one in black and white, have a look at those. Look at that. Now, how beautiful is that? How beautiful. You look at that. See how pretty that is? Yeah, that's very pretty. So as a portraiture black and white, this is very good. The color version I won't even run on this because it's not going to work very well. So if you have this kind of portrait, especially where there's a lot of greens and things involved under trees, foliage and that type of stuff, this color action, the classic color film will work really nicely. It will warm it up, it will richen the tones and things, and then you can back it off, you know, to suit. So if you're going to do your image and you think, well, I need to do the skin quickly, as you know, probably you might have seen from the other videos I have on here, I have an affiliate link with another company where you can edit skin using a fantastic AI, Reblum AI. It is superb, it's quick, doesn't go up, doesn't upload to the internet, stays in your computer, lightweight, it's fast. Subscription is not even required, you pay once if you want to, bang, and it's done, and it's worth the money. Trust me, I paid for it, and now I'm linked with them, so get it. Let's have a look at this. So if you want to edit this portrait, let's have a go. I'm going to click, I've got two actions. If you want them, just drop a comment below and I'll put the link to the actions, or to the other video actually, which I made about this, and you can watch that and then see how they work to make your own and download them there. So, but comment below if you want that. Right, so Reblum Natural, I'm just going to click that, and then you can see the process now in real time. There it goes through, and it is done. Here we go, well, it should be done. That's the slowest I've ever seen it run. There we go, look at that, beautiful, on and off. Superb. And now you're going to go for the classic color film, and there you go. How pretty is that? How beautiful is that? And you've got skin and color right there, done, and you can back this action off if you want to. Like I said, 55%. If you want to, just soften it out, and there you go. How beautiful it is. So if you don't want that, you say, well, I want a black and white version of that, no problem. Bang, and there you go. How pretty is that? Now if you look at that, these are rich classic tones, but it is deep and emotive, and it's just got this something about it that it's just like, people go, ooh, that's pretty. It's not just standard super bright, super dark, it's not ultra contrasty, but it's rich, and that richness invites people to actually want to look at your pictures. Well, I find that's with my work anyway, so maybe that can be for yours too. But have a look at that, that's beautiful. I mean, if you don't like it, you can just come to the top layer, the uppermost layer, the curves, and you can just duplicate that if you want to, and then you've got extra light on it. There you go. And just back it off, drop the opacity on it as much as you want, and there you go. Simple as that. So just remember, I hope that these little actions help you. There will be a link below, but do me a favor, drop me a comment, just say thank you for them if they work for you, or let me know how they work for you and what you've done with them, and that kind of thing. It's always good for me to hear what you guys are doing with the stuff, so I can see, and that way I can also go, yeah, well, you know, those little actions that I made for you guys are actually doing good. You know, and obviously like, follow, and all that stuff, and you know how it goes. Don't need to tell you, but definitely tag me in your stuff if you're online, or you've posted a video where you used the actions or something like this, and give us a shout. It's always good to see. Guys, thank you very much. I hope this helps you guys. I hope you have a fantastic Easter time with your family. Be safe and be blessed. I'll catch you in the next one.